It is fundamentally wrong to condemn these people to a life in limbo.
We are not going to allow people to drown at sea again.
The people smugglers will not prevail.
It is a policy that is hurting people, breaking people. That is exactly what it is designed to do.
It's one of the most contentious issues in Australian politics. It's Australian policy to house asylum seekers who enter the country illegally by boat in offshore detention centres. Even if they are found to be refugees, the government does not allow them to settle in Australia. Human rights groups say the policy is barbaric. But according to polls, most Australians support at least part of the policy. Australia's tough stance on migration is not new. John Howard's Conservative government introduced the so-called Pacific Solution in 2001. The aim was to stop asylum seekers crossing by boat from Indonesia. The government then opened 3 offshore camps, one in Nauru, one on Christmas Island, and another in Manus Island, Papua New Guinea. At the time, this policy was popular with voters. When Labor leader Kevin Rudd won the federal election in 2007, he largely dismantled the program, but his successor Julia Gillard quickly backtracked.
Why would you get on a boat, pay your money, risk your life, if the outcome was you ended up back in the regional processing centre?
And when Labor lost power to the Conservatives in 2013, Tony Abbott only hardened the policy. The Australian government says the policy is working and deaths at sea remain low. Still, it's dogged by controversy and court cases.
This is a policy in freefall.
An asylum seeker has been murdered in custody, while 2 others have set themselves on fire within days of each other.
What we're wrestling with as a nation is not a legal question. It's a moral question.
Protests have broken out across the country against mandatory detention, specifically that of children. Now, Papua New Guinea's Supreme Court has ruled that the Manus Island Detention Centre is in breach of the country's constitution and it could be forced to close.
And no action advocates or those in regional processing countries take will cause the government to deviate from its course.
All this is building up, just 2 months away from a federal election in Australia, where for the past 15 years, migration policy has been the make or break issue. Soraya Lennie, The Newsmakers.